Countries, nations, and governments throughout the world are going through controversial times and decisions all the time. Some are trying to survive, while others are in the game for power. In this video, we will be looking at the 10 most controversial leaders that the world has seen to date.
Welcome to Hear This. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Number 10. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has to be the most controversial leader of the 21st century. Under his presidency, Russia has shifted the balance of power away from the Western democracies in regions such as Syria. Russia's war with Ukraine, and the consequent economic crisis throughout the world is another manifestation of Putin's controversial, power-tipping moves as a leader. He has also been one of those controversial politicians who supported Trump as the President of the United States. A few days before the U.S. presidential elections, a number of hacking attacks influencing the elections were being connected to Russian intelligence. Number 9. Donald Trump. Donald Trump was an unconventional figure, both as the candidate for the U.S. presidential elections and the U.S. president afterward. His provocative tweets during his tenure forced Twitter to finally ban him from the platform. His most controversial steps include strict immigration laws, closer ties with Israel, and a tit-for-tat trade dispute with China. Contrary to what the previous office holders did, Trump, being outspoken and eccentric, divided the Republicans and Democrats more than ever. The conflicts of the race had worsened more than ever in his era, and that is why it is quite controversial for any U.S. citizen or a political leader to support Donald Trump. Number 8. Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton has so many achievements to her credit that make her pass for a feminist, leftist leader. She has been the First Lady for 8 years and emerged as the first woman to come so far in politics. But U.S. citizens have their reasons to hate her. Democrats blame her for running a weak campaign during the elections, and her failure led to Trump becoming the president. With all the controversy related to her private email server, some people also believe that she made a huge mistake by running for office. Number 7. Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu has a deep affiliation with Israeli politics and representation in the UN. He has been elected the Prime Minister of Israel 4 times. He has been the most important supporter of the continued Israeli settlements in Palestine, and the violence the Israeli government inflicts on the innocent women and children there. He had his disputes with President Obama as well on this matter and the Iran nuclear deal. He may be loved by the conservatives, but the leftist media has only hated this person. Number 6. Rodrigo Duterte. Rodrigo Duterte is known to have an eyebrow-raising reputation. One of the controversies around the 16th Philippine president involves a leaked call with Trump, where the U.S. president praised his attempts to fight drugs. Using extrajudicial executioners, he even compared himself to Adolf Hitler at a press conference, where he took no shame in slaughtering the drug addicts. On another occasion, he admitted to having thrown a Chinese rape and murder suspect from a flying helicopter, and he said he would do it again if he had to. And you can easily find hundreds of other controversies where Duterte abused Barack Obama and several journalists and gave death threats. Number 5. Silvio Berlusconi. Berlusconi has served Italy as the president for 3 consecutive terms, hence being the longest-serving Italian president. At the same time, he is also known for his corruption scandals and a struggling economy during his tenure. An even worse controversy involves him in an underage sex scandal and association with a relevant mafia. He has also talked about being gay in a press conference, which drew him a lot of unwanted attention. Number 4. Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon is best known for his deal with the North Vietnamese people to delay the war and negotiations till Nixon comes into power. He was successful in the subsequent elections, but instead used the military to bring North Vietnam to its knees. It caused huge damage to both sides only to save his social and political image. Watergate, however, was the greatest controversy of his time. Nixon had wiretapped the White House staff in addition to several illegal activities to stay in power. He had also tampered with the investigation into Watergate. Number 3. Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro was a repressive Cuban dictator, a puppet of the U.S. government. But only because he was much better than his predecessor Batista. Castro was successful in earning some acceptance in Cuba. That is how he sustained his decades-long rule over the country. He cut the country off from the rest of the world, and associated the Cuban military with regimes such as the Soviet Union. Number 2. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher became the first female prime minister in Britain, and she was the one who took the country from one of its lowest points. She restrained the national budget spent on welfare. This saved the country for the time being, but unemployment rose to its new peaks. These policies were later known as Thatcherism, which was definitely not loved and admired by all the British citizens and officials. Number 1. Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong is known to some as a revolutionary leader of China, while others like to call him a communist only. While he is admired for some of his decisions, he is vilified for his Great Leap campaign. Through this campaign, he tried to industrialize the country just like Stalin, but it failed brutally, with millions of Chinese farmers dying of starvation. When he could feel the Communist Party losing power, his supporters vandalized cultural and historical sites in the country that posed absolutely any threat to his party or government. Let us know in the comments section below which of these controversial leaders you love or hate the most. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we have a new video. Thank you so much.